crocodiles. Aha! One of them moved. It wanted to get into the water. There it goes. It felt as if Bonku Babu could hear the splash. But what is this? The crocodile rushed back onto the land. Why? Is this the same crocodile? Bonku Babu was amazed. The lower part of the crocodile did not have any flesh left. Hi guys, welcome to Bengali Story 1. Well, you can enjoy here the treasures of the Bengali story world. Today the story I am going to share with you is Bonku Babu's friend. I think you already see it on the caption, but you know what? This story's actual name is Bonku Babur Bondhu, which was written by Satyajit Ray. But this story, Bonku Babur Bondhu, also translated in English by him, but it never got published. So I really felt to share this story with you. Maybe you never heard of it. So let's enjoy the story with me, and please never forget to subscribe my channel if you want to hear this kind of story again. So let's start. No one had ever seen Bonku Babu got annoyed. In fact, what it would look like if he ever got angry, what he would say or do, it was rather difficult to predict. Though it's not like he did not have reasons to get cross. For the last 22 years, he had been teaching geography and Bengali at Kakurgachi Primary School. Batches of students passed out, but playing pranks on Bonku Babu, drawing caricatures on the blackboard, sticking glue to his chair, even setting off firecrackers at him during Kali Puja, etc. It had become a long-standing tradition among the students. Bonku Babu never lost his temper though. At the most, sometimes he would nod his head in disapproval and clear his throat to say, "You mustn't do that, you know." The primary reason being, if ever he lost his school and quit teaching, it would be very tough for a poor man like him to find another job at his age. Besides, there would always be a few bright, intelligent boys among the wayward lot. Teaching them, befriending them was so satisfying for Bonku Babu that it made his time worth it. Often he invited these students home, offering them a bowl full of sweets. He would narrate them mesmerizing stories of various lands. Stories of Africa, of the discovery of Meru, stories of man-eaten fish in Brazil, and the stories of Atlantis subcontinent, how it sunk beneath the ocean. All these stories he told in a most captivating way. On weekends, Bonku Babu would visit the evening gatherings at the village councillor, Sripudi Mojumdar's house. He told himself time and again, "This is the last time I'm going. Never again." While he had become used to being the victim of his students' prank, he could not bear the ridicule hurled upon him by these grown-ups. The kind of pranks they inflicted on him there, sometimes it becomes unbearable for him. Just the other day, 2 months ago, they were talking about ghosts. Bonku Babu usually would not speak much here, but that day, God knows why, he blurted out that ghost never frightened him. And that was it. Why would they spare the opportunity? At night, on his way back home, Bonku Babu was tortured to the hilt as he was passing through Mr. Mitir's garden. A lanky fellow, smeared in ash, leaped at him from the tamarind tree. Surely the doing of someone from the gathering though. It's not like Bonku Babu got scared, but he was wounded. His shoulder ached for the next 3 days. And what's worse, his new kurta was completely torn and stained. Is this supposed to be funny? He was victimized with such pranks quite often, hiding his shoes and umbrella, replacing his pan masala with soil, bullying him to sing, etc. But he must still come to the gatherings. Otherwise, what would Sripati Mujumdar will think? He was quite a respected person in the village and also a quite powerful. Moreover, he couldn't do anything without Bonku Babu. He would say, "There must be someone, a person who can be the subject to the funniest pranks. Otherwise, what's the point of gathering? Call Bonku Bihare." Today, the topic of the gathering was quite high profile. They were talking about satellites. This evening, sometimes after sunset, a bright moving light was spotted in the northern sky. Around 3 months ago, a similar light had been spotted, which became a subject of much speculation later. Later, it came to light that it was a Russian satellite. It was probably named Khotkar Pushka. Apparently, scientists unearthed a lot of new information through it. It was Bonku Babu who had spotted the odd light this evening. He brought it to the notice of Nidhu Mukta. But when Bonku Babu came to the gathering, he discovered Nidhu Babu had taken the full credit of spotting it first. He kept bragging it. Bonku Babu decided to stay quiet. It's not like anyone here knew much about satellites. But you don't need a ticket to discuss such things. Neither do the cops arrest you for doing it. Therefore, everyone had an opinion. Chondi Babu said, "Whatever it is, there's no point discussing satellites here. To us, it's as absurd things as spotting a gemstone on a snake's head. A weird spot of light appears at the corner of the sky. It's all over the papers. You read and go gaga over it, while chewing onto your pan, as if it's your own doing, your own pride, as if it's you who deserve the applause." Ramkanai was younger in the group. He said, "Maybe not all mine alone, but mankind is pride indeed. Mankind is the biggest truth." Chondi Babu said, "Oh, forget it. Who else can make satellite but humans? Monkeys? What's better than humans anyways?" Nidhu Mukta said, Fine, let's spare the satellite. There are no people in it after all. Only a machine going around and round the earth. So does any spinning toy. If you switch it on, so does the phone. Anyway, but what about the rocket? The rocket is not a joke, brother." Chonti Babu frowned. "A rocket? Why? What so good is it to you? Rocket by foot? It would make sense if it being made in our country itself. Say, they launched it from the local ground, climbing into the moon. We could get tickets to the moon. Now that's something." Ramkanai said, "You are right. To us, a rocket and a unicorn are all the same." Bhoirav Chakraborty now said, "Say something from another planet lands up here on Earth. What's the point? It should not be visible to us." That's also true. Everyone now sipped onto their teacups. Enough had already been said. Bonku Babu now found a nice chance. He cleared his throat and muttered out, "What if it choose to come here?" Nidhu Babu looked surprised. "Bekho? What are you saying, huh? Who would choose to come here? And where from? Bonku Babu dared to whisper out again. Maybe a creature from another planet? Voirav Chakraborty patted Bonku Babu's back indecently hard as usual and grinned. Wow! What an idea, Bonku Bihari! Bravo! A creature from another planet will come here in this forlorn village. Not London, not Moscow, not New York, not even our Kolkata, but in our very own Kakurgachi. That's some wishful thinking. Bonku Babu kept his mouth shut, but he pondered over this. Why is that so impossible? If they are coming from another space, their aim would be to arrive on Earth. How did it matter to them which country it is? Just as it was impeccable for them to land in Kakurgachi, it is equally possible for them to land up here. Sripati Babu had not uttered a word at this time. But now he sat up and gaining everyone's attention. He put his teacup down and spoke like a wise man. Look, if they at all visit towards another planet from... Know this for sure, they would not come to this wretched place. Don't they have anything better to do? They are not so stupid. I believe they are of Caucasian origin, and if they do come, they will land up in the country of the West. In the West, understand? As he finished talking, apart from Bonku Babu, everyone else agreed. Chondi Babu poked Nidhu Mukhtar and chuckled about Bonku Babu. Though I believe Banku is right. Is it natural for them to visit the place where Bonku Bihari lives? What's in it? Say they need to collect a specimen. Where will they find another human piece as unique as Banku? Nidhu Mukhtar agreed. You are right. Be it his intelligence or his appearance, Becca is ideal. Ramkanai said, he is an ideal piece for the museum or even the zoo. Bonku Babu thought to himself, talking of specimen, they are these guys in it. Any less suitable? Look at Sripati Babu. His chin's like a camel's, and Voirav Chakraborty, his eyes are much like that of a tortoise, and Nidhu Mukhtar resembles a rat. Ramkanai is goat, and Chondi Babu is a bat. More appropriate for the zoo. Bonku Babu's eyes welled up. He got up to leave. He expected it to be an interesting gathering, at least today. But alas, that was not it to be. His heart felt heavy and could not bear to stay any longer. Hey, are you leaving already? Sripati Babu seemed perturbed. Yes, it's quite late, sir. Late? But it's a holiday tomorrow. Sit, have some tea. No, I must go today. I have to check some exam papers. Namaskar. Ramkanai now quipped. Beware, Bonkuda. Today is a new moon night. The correct opportunity for ghost. Bonku Babu spotted the light midways into Poncha Ghosh Bamboo Grove. He was not carrying any light. It was winters, so he would not encounter any snakes anyway. Besides, he knew the path quite well. People usually did not frequent this path, but it was a shortcut for Bonku Babu, so he used to use this one. For some times now, something had been bothering him. Something was different about tonight, but he could not pinpoint what exactly it was. Suddenly he realized there were no cricket calls in the Bamboo Grove tonight. No sound at all. That made all the difference. Usually, the deeper he walked into the groove, the cheaper it became. But today, it's quite the opposite, which is why the place felt so spooky. But why? Had all the crickets fallen asleep? Perturbed as he walked 20 yards, he noticed a light in the east. At first, it seemed there was a fire in the groove, right in the middle of the groove, where the pond was located. Around it, bathing the entire wilderness, a pink radiance could be seen. And below, all over the pool, the bright pink light glimmered. But this was not the fire. It was a constant still light. Bonku Babu continued to walk. In a bit, his ears were ringing. But it sounded like nothing he heard before. Something like a sudden ear block. They seemed exactly like that. Although Bonku Babu was getting goosebumps now, his undoubtable curiosity kept him going as he crossed the tall bamboo bushes about 30 feet from the pond. He could clearly see it now. A majestic object resembling an upturned glass bowl sat there covering the entire pond, and from its translucent covering, a powerful yet soothing pink light illuminated the entire jungle around. Not even in his wildest dream had Bonku Babu imagined something so extraordinary. As he gaped at it in wonder, Bonku Babu noticed, although the object was stagnant, it was not quite lifeless. It emitted a constant glimmer, just as a human chest. When he breathed, it seemed like its glass mound was rising and falling slowly. Bonku Babu stepped forward to get a closer look. Suddenly it felt as if an electric current churned his body. And right then he could feel some unknown power had rendered him completely immobile. He was left with no strength. He could not move forward nor backward. As if he kept standing there for a while, unable to move, Bonku Babu realized the object had stopped breathing as it was, and soon after, the ear-splitting hum had spotted too, and then suddenly, piercing through the silence of the night, a shrill yet human-like voice shouted out, Bonku Babu stood flabbergasted. What sort of language is this? Who is speaking it? And from where? Bonku Babu's heart skipped a beat when he heard it speak again. Oh dear, it's English. Maybe the question is directed at him? Bonku Babu gulped and replied, I am Bonku Bihari Datta, sir. Bonku Bihari Datta. Another question came. Are you English? Are you English? Bonku Babu shouted back again now. No, sir. Bengali. Kayasto, sir. After a brief silence, some properly pronounced Bengali was heard. Bonku Babu was relieved. Namaskar. Instantly he felt that invisible tie that had fastened him had come off. He could have fled right away easily, but he did not, because he noticed that a part of the glass mound slowly opened up like a door. And from that door popped out a smooth ball-like head, followed by the body of the weirdest creature he would ever seen. A lean frame and a head, and the rest was covered in a shiny pink robe. 2 holes in place of ears and another holes made up the nose and mouth. No hair, no fur. Its deep-set eyes were bright yellow, glowing into the dark. The being slowly approached Bonku Babu. It stood there, feet away from him, gaping restlessly. Bonku Babu found himself clasping his hand in acknowledgement. Once it was done gaping, it spoke in a voice as shrill as flute again. "Are you human?" Bonku Babu said. He said. "Is this art?" Bonku Babu again said. "So I was right. My gazette is acting up. I was headed to the Pluto. As I was not sure where I landed, I spoke to you in Plutonian language first. But when I realized you could not reply, I realized this is Earth where I have reached. What a waste of time! Such a long distance! This had happened to me once before. I tried to go to Mercury, ended up in Jupiter. One day's difference, you know." Bonku Babu did not know how to react. As it is, he was feeling uncomfortable because the being had examining his limbs with his slender figure. After finishing, he said, "I am from the Cranius planet, Amang, a species much more endurance and advanced than the human." So, this lanky creature, 4 feet height, was much more advanced than the humans. Is this a joke? Bonku Babu laughed to himself. Strangely though, the being could easily read Bonku Babu's mind. He said, "None of this warfare. There's proof. How many languages do you know?" Bonku Babu scratched his head. Bengali, in English, and a bit of Hindi. I mean. You mean 2.5 languages? Yes. I know 14,000 languages. There's no language in your entire solar system I can't speak. Besides, I know 30 more languages spoken in planets outside the solar system. Among them, I have visited 25 planets myself. How old are you? 50, sir. I am 833 years old. Do you eat animals? Bonku Babu quite realized the mutton in the recent Kali Puja feast. How could he deny it? Hank said, "We don't eat them anymore. It's been some hundreds of years. We gave it up. We used to eat them earlier. We could have eaten you too." Bonku Babu swallowed now nervously. "Check this out." Hank placed a pebble-like object on Bonku Babu's palm. As soon as it touched it, a sudden electric wave enthralled his entire body again. Scared, he quickly gave it back. Hank smiled. "You could not move because I had this in my hand. No one can. There's no way to take control of an enemy without harming him." Now, Bonku Babu was really taken aback. Hank again said, "Is there a place or visual you decide to see that you can afford to?" Bonku Babu thought to himself, "Well, I had not seen anything of this world." He was a teacher of geography, yet, apart from few villages and cities in Bengal, where else he had been? In fact, how much of Bengal had he seen? Not the ice-capped of Himalayas, not the sea waves of the Ghats, not even the jungles of Sundarban. In fact, He had not even seen the famous banyan tree at Shape Pool nearby. So he muttered out, There are many things I have not seen. You see, I am from a tropical country, so I really wish to see the Northern Pole once. Hank took out a tube with a piece of glass attached to one end. He gave it Bonku Babu and said, Just look through this. As he took and looked through it, Bonku Babu seemed to get goosebumps. Was this for real? An endless stretch of snow lay before his eyes. Amidst it, ice-capped mountains jungled it out. Above in the dark blue sky, a magical color pattern of rainbows kept changing forms. Holy Borealis! What's that? An igloo? Polar bears! And penguins over there. And what's that? A strange animal. Bonku Babu identified it as he looked closely. Walruses! Not one, but two! Oh, what a fierce fight! One of them pounced on the other with its long teeth. Streams of blood flowed over the white snow. As he gazed at the view of ice standing right in the middle of winters, Bonku Babu started sweating. Now Hank said, Don't you wish to go to Brazil? This reminded Bonku Babu of the man-eating piranha fish. Strange. How does the being know what he's been thinking? Bonku Babu put his eyes on it again. Dense jungle. Spot of sunshine seeping through the impenetrable wild greens. On one side, there was a huge tree, and from it hung... What? What is that now? Holy Christ! Such a huge snake! Bonku Babu had never in dreams imagined something like this. Suddenly the thought flashed in his mind. He had read somewhere the Brazilian anaconda, much gigantic than the Indian python. But where's the fish? Oh, there's a stream over there. Crocodile sleeping in the sun, on its banks. A herd of crocodiles. Aha! One of them moved. It wanted to get into the water. There it goes. It felt as if Bonku Babu could hear the splash. But what is this? The crocodile has backed onto the land. Why? Is this the same crocodile? Bonku Babu was amazed. The lower part of the crocodile did not have any flesh left, only bones. And the rest of its body was gathering and getting engulfed by 5 wall-teeth monstrous fish. Piranha! Piranha fish! Bonku Babu could not take it anymore. His limbs were trembling. His hands were reeling. Now Hank said, Do you believe now that we are superior? Bonku Babu ran his tongue over his dry lips. Surely, of course, absolutely, undoubtedly, Hank remarked. Good. Having felt your arms and limbs, I conclude that although you are a creature of the lower order, you are not a bad soul, but your only fault is that you are too naive, which is why you did not succeed in life. Not to revolt against what's wrong or to quietly endure itself. Why only humans? No species should do that. Anyway, I was not supposed to meet you, but I am glad we met. There's no point wasting too much time on Earth now. I better get going. Babu said, Honestly, Mr. Ang, I too am extremely glad that we met. Bonku Babu could not finish. Within moments, Ang was back into the rocket, and it went poof into the sky above Poncha Ghosh garden. Much before Bonku Babu could realize. But suddenly, he realized now the crickets had alive again. It was already late in the night. As he walked home, Bonku Babu felt a strange feeling inside him. The greatness of the event that just happened in his life moment ago. He still had not come to believe it. Some planet from some solar system, no one probably even knew its name. And a man from there. No, not a man. Really? An Ang. He came and spoke to him. What an out-of-the-world experience! No one else in this entire world but him. He, Sri Bonku Bihari Dotto, teacher of geography and Bengali at Kakurkachi Primary School. Today, from now onwards, there's at least one experience which make him unique, the only world in the whole world. Bonku Babu realized he was not working anymore. He was on cloud 9. Next day was Sunday. So, the regular gathering at Sripati Babu's house. The newspaper reported about last night's incident. Just as a minor occurrence, they reported that it was spotted from a couple of places in Bangladesh too. Mostly the incident was being tagged a rumor of flying saucers. Pancha Ghosh was also present at the gathering today. The pond in the middle of the bamboo grove, around it, 10 bamboo trees had shed their leaves night. And it happened over the night. Bamboo trees shed leaves in the winters, but it was so sudden that it was rather strange. They were talking about this when Hoirav Chakraborty suddenly interrupted. Why is Bonku left today? He was right, but no one had noticed until now. Nidhu Mukta now said, Bekho! He's not going to come today. He come back here so easily? No. The way we shot him up last evening. Sripati Babu seemed perturbed. That wouldn't do. I need Banku to be here. Ramkanai, go see if you can bring him here. Ramkanai said, Sure, let me finish the tea. And as was about to sip on his tea, Bonku Babu entered the door. It would be an understatement to say that he just entered, as if a hurricane had cast into the room in the form of that short fellow, stunning everyone. And then began the storm's fury. For the first 1 minute, Bonku Babu kept laughing monstrously. No one had ever heard him laugh like that. Not even himself. Oh my God. And once he was done laughing, he cleared his throat. Now he spoke in a commanding voice. Gentlemen, with utmost happiness, I announce that today it's my last day in this gathering. Before I leave, for good, there's something you must know. The primary reason I came today. First, this holds true for all of you here. All of you speak utter rubbish. If you try to opine on things that you have no idea about, you would end up looking stupid. Secondly, and this one is for Chandi Babu, or your age. Yes, at your age, hiding other people's umbrellas and shoes for fun? Not just a crime, no, it's certainly childish. To kindly have my umbrella and my brown canvas shoes sent to my place tomorrow. Thank you. Nidhu Babu. Nidhu Babu. If you ever call me back again, if you ever dare, then I will call you Chada and you will have to accept it. Oh, and Sripati Babu, you are a noted figure here. Surely you need a flat dress all the time. But you should know it for sure that I am no longer a part of that herd anymore. If you want, if you insist, I can send you my pet cat. He's good at making fit. Oh, I see. Bonku Babu is here as well. Let me give you the news then. Last night, an egg from Panan, Cranios, Kisses and egg had landed in the pond of your bamboo grove. I spoke to him. The fellow was, no. I mean the egg was most affable. After this, Bonku Babu landed a harsh pat on Bhoira Babu's back with his left hand, left him nearly choked. And after that, he proudly walked out of the Sripati Babu's house. And that's when the teacup slipped from Ramkanai's hand. It clumsily landed on the floor and shattered, spilling the tea on everyone's clothes. So, this is the end for today's adventure of the story world. Next day, I will meet with you here again with another exciting story. So, if you like today's story, please like and subscribe my channel. Oh, and don't forget to share with your friend too. Let's enjoy the adventure ride of the story world together. For today, bye. I'm taking my leave.